Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily PIB analysis video. In the evening these videos come, in the morning the Hindu paper analysis videos they come. In both these important videos we are discussing important MCQs, and these are gonna help you extremely in the prelims examination this year. Every day I'm telling you about these things, and this is 3rd May 2019 lesson, and in Hindi and English, both languages, you get these lessons. So please check the videos list and the playlist for both these videos, and you can chat here on this website and this number there. These are the numbers that you can call, and you can get these important updated best courses available on the online platform. Extremely helpful. Next, and the sale is also going on. Okay, so first question: a person being an individual can buy electoral bonds singly but not jointly with other individual. This statement is not correct. Why? Because either singly or jointly with other individual, they can buy these electoral bonds and they can dedicate it to some other party. So State Bank of India has given this responsibility, but not at all the authorized branches. There are 29 branches. The list is given on the PIB website, and these both statements would be wrong, and third one is also wrong, because the electoral bonds, they will be valid for 15 days, not 7 days. For 15 days they will be available, and all these parties, they can encash these within 15 days. There must be an authorized account for that party, and there these this money would be transferred. So the facility would be available only in SBI, and they can issue these bonds. So in January 18 they released this notification, and for this month of May they have released this data in the PIB. So D9 is the correct answer here. These all things are given here, and you see the very important condition here is that the party must be registered under this section 29A, and it must got at least 1% votes in the last general election or in the legislative assembly election in some state. So this is the mandatory condition here. After fulfilling that condition only, that party would be able to get funds through these electoral bonds, and 29 authorized branches of the SBI, they will be eligible to issue these bonds, and 15 calendar days from the date of issue, and that would be valid for that. So next, Chandrayaan 2. Chandrayaan 1 we sent in 2008, and it made important discoveries like subsurface water ice and all, and now the Chandrayaan 2, India's second lunar mission, very important mission, has 3 modules, namely orbiter, lander and rover. That's correct, but the names I have switched. This Pragyan is the rover and Vikram is the lander. That's important, and this Vikram is very, very important because it is going to make a soft landing this time. It is not going to hit the ground. It is going to make a soft landing. Very important and very much advanced and sophisticated development here. And if we compare it with the Chandrayaan 1, then it is the most important development. And this rover, rover means it's a cart and it will move on the surface of the moon. So that would be released from this lander after the soft landing, and it is going to land on the south pole region of the moon, which is inaccessible till now, and only one country has made this kind of thing possible. So that is China, and now we are the next one. So this is wrong, and second one is also wrong because it is GSLV Mark 3. It is not 2. It is Mark 3. That will take it to lunar orbit in month of July. Actually, it is not October. It is July. 9 to 16 July is the window given for that. And you see, hopefully it will be established there. And this year, this year, all these informations regarding moon, the distance between Earth and moon, what kind of impact of moon on the tides and all, they may be asked. And other phenomena like new moon, full moon, they also can be asked this time. So related information, all the information with moon, you must revise once, and all these space expeditions till now, and when we achieved some milestones regarding moon or the related space, so these may be asked this year. Okay, so none would be the answer here because all are wrong options. Lander Vikram and rover Pragyan. This is the lander Vikram's picture. All the details you can read here. This text is very, very important. Next, government and the IIT Delhi, they have set up a center for excellence for waste to wealth technologies. Recently in the South Delhi, a very important park that was inaugurated, and that is showing us all the important monuments, and they are made up of scrap. So many things in Delhi, these are happening, and now this time IIT Delhi has come together with government, and they both are establishing this center for excellence for waste management and the wealth technologies. So this is the area where we are lagging a lot. So B is the answer here. and you can read here the office of principal scientific advisor. There are economic advisor, security advisor, and scientific advisor also to the prime minister's cabinet and their important positions. So India Institute of Technology Delhi, that has joined hands and they have signed an important memorandum of understanding for this Center of Excellence for Waste and Wealth Technologies. PMSTIAC is there. That was recently constituted as Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, PMSTIAC, that has given this approval. And this is an overarching body for assessment, creation, implementation of major scientific technology, innovation, intervention for India. And it also takes important decisions regarding their funding and all these finances also. And this PSA, Principal Scientific Advisor body, that acts as a think tank and action tank for science, technology and innovation activities for this nation. That's very, very important. Next, the right of children to free and compulsory education. This RTE Act was there in 2009. So it's the act, very important, the most important act for the children's education in India. Now they brought up a bill, and this is a new amendment in this particular act, and it was regarding the do away with the no detention policy in schools. So for that, president has given this assent. So this is a correct statement. Second, as per the amendment, it would be mandatory to all the states to continue the no detention policy. No, it is actually, as I am telling you, it is regarding doing away with the no detention policy. So it would be discretionary for the states that they may continue with this or they may remove this condition. So this is a wrong statement, and only one is the correct statement here. Okay, up to class 8, according to the existing provision, no student can be held up and they have to pass it. And now it would be on the states to decide whether to continue that no detention policy or not. Okay, re-examination provisions are inserted here, that if they fail in 5th and 8th class, then there may be a re-examination, and within 2 months it would be held. So this is very important and interesting. And need for removal of this clause. Why? TSR Subramaniam Committee also said that there must be a policy, national policy on education, and they have suggested that no detention policy should be discontinued after class 5, because students are not learning, and when they know that they are not going to fail the examination, then they will not learn, they will not put any kind of efforts here. A subcommittee of the Central Advisory Board of Education also studied the issue closely, and they recommended a provisional detention clause at class 5 and class 8. Provisional detention means there may be changes in this policy. And what is no detention policy? As I told you, no student would fail the examination. They have to pass it, and they will send him to next class, him or her to next class. And one more important provision was there in this Amendment Act: the retrospective recognition of the central and state government funded institution offering B.Ed education. Okay, if these are not approved under the NCTE Act, National Council for Teacher Education Act of 1993, then the retrospective recognition can be given to these bodies, because they are putting a lot of emphasis on the teachers' education, their training. They have increased the duration for B.Ed course, and integrated B.Ed course is also available. So this NCTE is taking many steps. In the January lessons, I have told you many issues regarding the annual report of MHRD, where we discussed all these issues. Okay. Next, government had launched a global environment facility assisted project named Green Egg. That's very correct. And a global environment facility that is known for the financial mechanism for many bodies like CBDs, UNFCCC, Minamata Convention, Stockholm Convention on POP. So that's important, and it is going to assist this Green Egg project. This a holistic project, and it is going to support the harmonization between India's agriculture and the environmental sector. And there are priorities, investment issues, and other important potentials. So they are going to assist each other, and they will not compromise with the rural livelihood missions and national food security, nutritional security of India. Because whenever we talk about environmental conservation, biodiversity conservation, then the nutritional issues, they become a problem. Because we all need nutrition, we all need food, so we need to exploit the nature. But here, when we talk of conservation, then it is the problem. So this is also correct, but third one is not correct, because it is not launched in all the states of India. 5 states are chosen there, and important landscapes are there. So 1 and 2 is the correct option. And you see Global Environment Facility Assisted Program, and the collaboration of FAO is also there. Okay, and high conservation value landscapes of 5 states, they are taken. Madhya Pradesh Chambal landscape, Mizoram Dampa landscape, Odisha Simlipal landscape, Rajasthan Desert National Park landscape, and Uttarakhand Corbett Rajaji landscape. So these are important. and aim to mainstream biodiversity, climate change and sustainable land management objectives and practices into Indian agriculture. All these things are applicable to Indian agriculture, and they all are going to support agriculture and the environmental sector both. Okay, so this harmonization is the main focus of this Green Act project. So certainly this thing makes a very important stake for the prelims this year. Okay, now Global Environment Facility. It was established after 1992 Rio Earth Summit, and 183 countries are the partner. The civil society organization, the private sector and the governments, they all are partners here, and these funds are available to developing countries as well as the economies in transition. For both these categories, the funds are available, and World Bank is the GEF trustee, remember that. And all these important programs, they have this financial mechanism with this GEF. Remember, Montreal Protocol, its financial mechanism is different. There is a multilateral fund for that. That's different from GEF. Next, US President Donald Trump signed into law the ARIA Act. This is Asia Reassurance and Initiative Act. Okay, so this is regarding the Asian Indo-Pacific region, and it's a long-term strategic vision for the Indo-Pacific region. They are talking about the finances, they are talking about supporting democracies, they are talking about information revelations, they are talking about the whole security setup in this Indo-Pacific region and the Asiatic region. So they are collaborating with these Southeast Asian nations, Australia, Japan, all these are already allies. India is also an important ally now, and it is going to invest here to enhance US presence in the Indo-Pacific region. $1.5 billion annually it is going to invest here, and it is going to support allies and security relationship, economic relationship and diplomatic relationship. It is going to enhance there, and all these setups are reaffirmed by US policy. Okay, so these texts, all these points are important here. And economic engagement is also huge with this particular policy, with this particular act, ARIA Act, and $150 million annually for 5 years for democracy encouragement for all these countries. And that's really interesting, because whatever in reality America does, that is different, and always it claims for peace and democracy support, and call for additional US efforts against trafficking in persons and human slavery, and authorizes US sanctions against human rights abusers. So all these areas are holistically taken under it. Arunima Sinha is related to mountaineering. She is a female amputee, and she has achieved all the targets of all the summits of the continents, leaving one of the North America. Tell me the name of North America's highest peak. All others she has surmounted. Now Padma Shri awardee Sinha has already scaled 5 peaks: Mount Everest, Asia's, Kilimanjaro, Africa's, Elbrus, Europe's, Kosciuszko, Australia's, and Concagua, South America's. And she had broken the world record by becoming the first women amputee to climb Mount Everest in 2013. Very soon after the accident happened in 2011, when she lost her leg. So after 2 years only, she reached up to Mount Everest, and now Mount Vinson, that is the highest peak of Antarctica, she has scaled that also. So very courageous and inspiring person, a very important one. So this may be asked, and thanks for now. We will meet again tomorrow, and very important data we are going to discuss. Thanks a lot. Keep watching to Amit Sani.